My name is Colton Woods, and today we're going to be talking about the motion of throwing in lacrosse and how to throw in lacrosse. Lacrosse is a very important sport that really requires throwing. Throwing is a very important aspect to the game, which requires passing, shooting, and also goalkeeping as well. And today we're going to be focusing on the throw. Alright, right now we're going to talk about throwing grip, and this is very important to have a really sufficient throw. And what you're going to do, you're going to have really soft hands, and you're going to have what's called an opposing grip. But what you're going to do, you're going to have your hand about 6 inches from the top of the stick, and then you're going to have it on the butt end of the stick as well. You don't want your fingertips to touch your palms when you're holding the stick, and that's where the whole soft hand comes in on holding the stick. And that's going to be your grip on your throwing position of the stick. Alright, now we're going to talk about throwing ready position. The main focus of the throwing ready position is you're going to want to have your trunk turned and your feet pointed to where you want to throw the ball. If you're wanting to throw the ball this way, you're going to have your opposite shoulder turned to the direction which is throwing the ball. You're going to have your hands still in that opposing position, which is going to be the one up here by the head of the stick is going to be palm up, and this one's going to be palm down. And you're going to keep it up here about ear level, and this hand is going to be behind your body just like you're throwing a football or a baseball. You're going to have it up just like this and have both of your elbows out to help complete the throwing motion. Okay, now that we've talked about the throwing position, we're going to talk about the throwing motion. If you remember the throwing position, you're going to be just like this. In throwing motion, what's going to happen is your top hand is going to push the ball forward while your bottom hand pulls the stick away. And what you're going to do is when you throw, just like any other throw, you're going to lead with your opposite foot and step forward. And then after you throw the ball, your trunk is going to twist to complete the follow through. So all in one motion, you're going to come up, push, pull, trunk twist for the follow through. Alright, right now we're going to do a demo of a throw, and we're going to do a demo of a bad throw and what could go wrong when you're throwing a lacrosse ball. Okay, when we look at this throw, we see that his feet were not up in the throwing position like they should be, just like this. And when you look at it, his placement was wrong. He was down here instead of at the 6 inches and butt in like they're supposed to be. And then at the same time, when he threw, he did not keep his stick ear level. And when he threw, he did not follow through like the teaching cues are specifically said to be. So here in a second, we're going to demonstrate a good throw, and you'll all know what it should look like. Now we're going to show a demo of a good throw and what the teaching cues look like in action. Alright, that's a good one. Alright, if you really look at what happened, he started off in the throwing position just like this. He kept his arm above his ear, his elbows were out, and when he threw, he stepped with his opposite foot, came down, slid down, and followed through with his trunk. That's what teaching cues in action are going to look like. That's what a good throw should look like. Alright, right now we're just going to review over everything we went over and do a little closing thing right here. We talked about grip, throwing position, and throwing motion. And remember, your grip is going to be an opposing grip with the front palm up about 6 inches from the head of the stick, and your bottom palm down at the butt end of the stick. Your throwing motion, you're going to be looking at your target, have your opposing shoulder facing the target. You're going to lead with the opposite foot, kind of slide your hand down, and then twist your trunk for a follow through. And that's going to be your throwing motion and throwing position as well. Alright, I think that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. And keep the stick above ear level. And you're going to want to
20s, but I die if I got him. Man, I'm already dead. Might forget my flesh. I done been crossed over. See the full court press. I'm a full court mess if the Lord don't use me. Running from my trials, thinking everything.